day that things would come.
I just want to let you know that Delroy Wilson did a version of this in 1968, but I think the most popular version is Jacob Miller's version.
Oh, that is going to be a show when we roll that show out with Jacob Miller. But we want to just move now to Dennis Brown, going over to Herman Chinloy. In the 1970s, early 1970s, nobody really took Herman Chinloy seriously. And
as we talk about that, Herman had a song that he called Dunce Bat. Remember that song? Where he was like R-A-T cow, M-A-T moon. But Aquarius Records, if none of you who don't know,
in the heart of half a tree.
Heart of half a tree.
Right. Just as you come around
Herman Chinloy, he ran Aquarius Records, and he later on moved up to Manor Park and had another little place up there. But he was a very successful businessman.
Successful.
And
in fact,
when I used to work at Sun Island T-shirts, and I had a little bit of monetary issue, and I went to Herman to borrow a $20 from him until the next payday. And Herman said, "No man, you're not going to lend you no money. What I want is you're big and strong." And I used to work out in the gym. He said, just anytime any vagrant come around here, just throw them out of the store. And that's how I earned my first moonlighting $50 in half a tree.
but he was noted for because of his new approach to the music. And the kind of, at that time, most of the youngsters, the artists were youngsters. So everybody would leave school in the evening and you cluster right at Aquarius record shop, because that was where the action was.
And you know what I used to do? I used to just go through and take down each record that he had displayed on the side and read the liner notes. And that's how I learned a lot about the music too, who was producing, who was the backup artist on these songs when they were done. So that kind of started my early introduction to music history.
You know, your mother never wasted her money when she sent you to go to school at all.
If you couldn't read, then you would be lost.
You learned well.
Reading maketh the man.
We want to now feature some of the music from the Aquarius stables, and we're going to kick it off a little bit before we take a little break again. Just a pause for the cause in a little bit. But we're going to kick off the
Herman
Chinloy segment. It's too late. Hold the gate, Mr. Start. Because again, Dennis had a reputation, not exactly exclusive to him, because one of the feature of the era is, as we got heavily into the reggae period, what was happening is you have a lot more producers now.
Right.
So it's no longer exclusive with a Coxsone or a Duke Reed, or to a lesser extent, Prince Buster. And Dennis Brown did the full gamut of these producers. He did a fair amount of work with 90 Wholeness, Westbound Train.
The Observer.
And yes, The Observer. Cassandra is, again, one of the pieces that he did with 90 Wholeness. What we want to give a listen to, songs like No More Will I Roam, Africa, all those tunes, 90 Wholeness. And we're going to spend a little time now and run through some of those tunes. Again, we want to keep the entertainment level going. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And even if it no matter if adoption or, you know, you get a waistcoat or a full suit, just hug it up, right? Father's Day.
Or if you're just a stepdad.
Or a stepdad. Yeah, just go on do your thing.
I've played that role too, so, you know.
Big up to all the fathers out there.
No more will I roam. As a father, I hope you're not roaming.
No, don't roam.
So if you see trouble, you got to get it on your double, yeah. So we see, you got to get it on your double, yeah. Can't black man, there's a notice on the board.
I had to give you a piece of Prince Mohammed.
Prince Mohammed.
On that one. Could sneak it in. George Nooks.
George Nooks. In fact, you know, George Nooks has had, his career has run several stages, about 25, 30 years. But again, this is Dennis Brown, who you kind of jump him a little, but this is Dennis when he had now started to say Rastafari.
Mid-70s.
Right? The mid-1970s, Dennis Brown. In fact, he had gone to England, 74, with a tour with Cynthia Richards and Al Brown and so on.
Sharon Forster.
And Sharon Forster and the Maytals. And he was asked to stay, you know, because such was, it wasn't so much the rest of the people in the tour, it was him.
Yes.
Because of the caliber of the music that he was turning out. And so they basically asked him to stay. And around the same time, they struck up this deal with, what they call Morpheus Records.
Yeah, Castro Brown.
With
Castro
right,
Brown.
Castro Brown. And
Devious took a brother, you know.
but it never go anywhere, because in fact it caused Dennis Brown a lot of heartache, and to the extent that he left the music for a little bit, right? Go ahead.
No, the reason why I say I'm not really, when I said devious, it's not that I'm being malicious.
But it's not malicious.
Personal experience. Because I designed some record labels for Castro Brown and I'm yet to be paid.
The scribes of the business make the same argument about him. And in fact, it was one of the problems that a lot of the singers and performers out of Jamaica had similar problems with this guy, you know, especially because remember the England tour, the England element of the the development of the music was very, very critical to the growth of reggae. So you needed to have that.
And he had cemented himself in England.
And right. And so when you get to the stage where the artists have perform and send up the records, and record are sell, but you're not making any money. And, you know, this is Dennis trying to take over his own production. And, you know, the thing just went in the wrong direction. So this is where, you know, Dennis kind of took a little, in fact, he had a song, No More Will I Roam,
right,
which kind of epitomized where he was in terms of his career. Let's give a listen.
To No More Will I Roam.
No More Will I Roam.
Hi there. If you enjoyed that clip, go on over to our website at yardmedia.com, where you can watch the entire broadcast at your leisure. And while you're there, why don't you check out our other reggae music features? And before you leave, pick up some of our Jamaican reggae merchandise, and hey, don't forget to tell your friends.
Garth, otherwise known as Big G.
My name is Richie Blackford.